And now, hey, good people, it is Keziah coming to you um, for this week's Sanctuary Sunday. I thought I'd come back outside. You know, it's a beautiful day here in Atlanta. And yeah, why not get out? I've been out all day, so I thought I'd keep it going with the Sanctuary Sunday for today. Um, today it's all about faith. There's a plane going by, so let's see if I can weather the plane. It's all about faith today. And I think that most things that I do these days are about faith because that's really the journey that I'm really on this journey of faith and, the faith that's needed to rebuild, to rebuild life. I took Uber today to go into town. And then on the way back, after some hours spent in town, on the way back, I had a driver, a woman. We had a great spiritual conversation. And, toward the end of the ride, she asked me if I had found a church home, for fellowship. And I told her no, and I explained to her why I don't go to church. It's really because, in childhood, I was forced to go, and as an adult, I wanted nothing to do with it at all. I don't think that children should be forced to go to church, but that's a whole other issue. And she said some things, how she hears that a lot, and she wishes it weren't so because, the body needs to be around the members, right? Because we all have gifts inside, and if we're not around people, then we don't get to exercise those gifts. We don't get to bless others. And I really liked and appreciated her take on that. Because it's true, if we isolate ourselves, then we don't get to bless others, and we don't get to receive the blessings of others. And so in that regard, I appreciate Sanctuary Sunday because although I don't, get to engage in dialogue, it is an opportunity for me to engage in a different way, so to speak. It's an opportunity for me to share. And then I get feedback from people in other ways when they watch. But I want to talk about how important it is to allow ourselves to talk about the journey, to talk about really leaning not on our own understanding, but on the understanding of the vastness of life, because life is so big. It's so vast, it's so magnanimous, and we're so small in comparison that when we lean on the mystery of life, when we lean on the vastness, the bigness of life, then we open ourselves to possibilities we would not have had. We open ourselves to experience something larger than ourselves. And that's something that I continue to remind myself of as I rebuild, and every day it's different. Some days I'm like, yay, I'm on fire for the Lord. And other days I'm like, dude. And other days I feel emotional. Usually the days are emotional days. But here's the thing. No matter what we are presented with in each day, we learn how to practice turning toward life. We learn how to practice going in the direction of life. I'm out here in nature in order to receive the fuel, the energy, the momentum, the answers, the guidance, the direction, because we don't always have them. A situation can be so far outside of our control that all we have is either to be scared to death and freak out, or to lean on And I found that the more I practice leaning on life, the more at peace I feel, the more present I am with myself, and the more open I am to things that I don't know about. You know, and to me, that's faith. To me, that's the practice of renewing my faith every day. Because it's not like, oh, I got it today, I got it forever. No. You got it today, gratitude for having it today, and tomorrow you need to be about having it tomorrow too. So, you know, and finding ease and grace along the way. Because even though you may be having a difficult time, even though things may be precarious or uncertain, or you might feel fear, even though you can still have peace. Because a lot of people think if they worry and fret, that somehow it gets better. But that's not true. Worry and fret doesn't make anything better. Worry and fret just leads to more worry and fret and anxiety, and then when everything is okay, you're like, "Ooh, that's over. Yeah, I'm so glad that's over." Yeah, but you know you didn't have to suffer through the interim, right? Like you didn't have to get all along the way, because it's not about this moment and it's not about the end result. It's really about who we are between here and here. Who are we? What are we cultivating? How are we presenting inside of our lives? You know, are we moving with ease and grace and flow, even up and down? Because, you know, it's like, okay, return to the ease, return to ease, return to ease. Or are we simply just losing ourselves, letting ourselves go inside of the... Because here's the thing. Faith means that you don't have to worry. Faith means that you just take a deep breath and continue to release and release and release and release until one day you've arrived at wherever you were trying to get, or I've rebuilt, or whatever it is. Faith is what I said to the Uber driver. I said, you know, faith is like an advanced yoga pose. You have to stretch your way through situations that you've never been in. You know, you have to put yourself in positions and stretch through. That's faith. You know, everyone wants an easy way. Yeah, I mean, shoot, who wants to struggle? No one. Yet we're all going to go through something. We're all going to be tested. So from where do we pull in order to get through? I say pull from your faith. Stretch your faith. Lean on that faith and allow it to see you through to the other side. Trust the process. Trust the moment. Trust the unknown. Doesn't mean you like it. Doesn't mean it's comfortable. Oh my gosh. No, it's not always comfortable. Sometimes I'm like, oh my God, really? And so when I feel that way, you know what I say? I just sort of look at life. If I could look at life in the eyes, right? I picture myself looking life in the eyes and saying things like, I welcome the open door through which I walk. You know, I appreciate the potency of the unknown. That I trust that which I cannot see is far greater than anything that I can see. And I lean always on the mystery of that magic. And I know that it will meet me at every point, place, and purpose in my life. And that I will never be forgotten, left out, or behind, or dropped off to the side, but that I will always always be held, sustained, and carried. And I am. But no, it's not always easy. It's not always easy because there are moments where I just have to tell myself all is well in the vastness of the universe. And I just repeat it. I don't allow myself to go on the thought of, oh no, oh my God, oh my goodness, and keep going down that path. I don't allow myself that. You know, it's like not allowing your child to run out in the middle of the street. I don't allow myself to go down that path. Some people think thoughts and they entertain them and they keep going and then they get bigger and deeper and more chaotic. And I do not give myself permission to do that. If I feel, I breathe and I say, I lean on that which I do not understand. And I open my eyes to a deeper understanding. I look always in the direction of the open door. I follow the omens. I go there wherever there is that I am to go, in the direction of life's pointing. I know that I am carried. I know that I am loved. I know that I exist inside of life's vastness and that nothing is missing. And that my thoughts are limited. My imagination is so small, even in its most creative moments, in juxtaposition to life. And with that, I breathe and I allow my feelings, or I allow the tears, the room and space. And then I come back. Because I trust life and I want to see the magic. I want to see the magic. So I cultivate that which I cannot see, knowing that eventually I will see it. When we plant seeds, we don't see the flower, we don't see the fruit, we don't see the tree. We just see the dirt because the seeds are underneath. But one day, it cracks that soil. And there it is. And that's faith. Faith is knowing that the seeds you planted will birth. And so in the meantime, in the time before planting and manifestation, you cultivate. You nurture your faith. You reiterate your faith. You lean on your faith. You allow your faith to guide you. And then the day comes when the soil is cracked and the manifestation is. And then we live in that celebration. We don't forget the way of the journey. No, we don't forget the way of the journey. We celebrate. We have a testimony. We carry gratitude. We allow the emotion of the yes to overtake us. Remember, faith is a practice. It's an advanced yoga pose. We have to stretch inside of it and know that eventually the hardest pose gets easier. And then we just flow inside of the pose and then we learn a different pose. And it's challenging, but we stretch and we learn. So I want to encourage everyone to stretch inside your faith. Continue to cultivate your faith. Don't turn your back on it because life is not turning its back on you. And if you truly want to see the magic, you have to see through these moments. You have to keep on leaping, keep on jumping, keep on doing it, keep moving forward. And watch life meet you there. It's like life. Allow life to show you its love. So here is to stretching inside our faith, practicing our faith, honoring our journeys, knowing that life is vast, being fully inside that vastness, and just living, like live. We are here to live our best lives. And wear bug spray. Because I'm telling you, between the tans and the bugs, I'm like, where am I? Oh my God. Okay, so anyway, it's 15 minutes and some odd seconds, so I'm going to wrap this up. Happy Sunday. Thank you as always for being here. Appreciate the love, support, feedback, subscribe, comment, whatever. Live your life. That's most important. So, happy Sanctuary Sunday. And yes, yes, y'all, to the beat.